Okay, here's the skinny. I am very all right. So here's the skinny. Here's the whole thing. I am depressed. I feel terrible, and I want to talk to you guys so I could feel better because I like y'all, and I think that y'all are very, very, very. I think that y'all are very cool. I think some of y'all are. I like to think that some of y'all have become a little bit special to me, and there's nobody in here yet, and I am just talking to no one. Why am I doing this to myself? This is torture. All right, this is how this is going to go. I give myself 5 minutes. I give myself 5 minutes. If nobody shows up, then hey, there's one. Hello, Miss A. Ashley. How are you doing today? So once again, as I said earlier, I'm feeling depressed, and I'm wanting to talk to you guys and make myself feel better because I figured, like what better way to get the endorphins rushing than to interact with people who make the endorphins rush. So, how you doing today? How's your day going? Uh, Also, I want to test something out right fast, actually, while I am here with y'all. All right, so this is also going to be me trying to experiment with the live a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing. So just bear with me. I'm going to press the share screen button. I have no clue what I'm doing. Let's see. What is up to the second person that's in here? I seriously hope that I seriously hope you're not a ghost or a phantom. I call I earned 4K last month with my crypto, so I hope it increases so I can help you out. I really appreciate that. But just so you know, like if you need that, I don't want to like come across like I'm begging you for money. I really appreciate you helping me out though. It's very kind of you. But just know that like I don't want you to like if you need that money, by all means, don't let me burden you. I don't want to be a burden. But also congrats on earning 4K by the way. That's awesome. Not a lot of people can do that. That is that's a lot. That's good. That's really good. Like I said, you clearly know the market better than I do. So I can't help but I can't help but acknowledge that. That is what is this? This is funny. Hello, Miss Southern Bell 33, or as I like to call it, the notorious V. How you doing today? I've got to let it grow a little more than I can help out. Awesome. I support that 100%. Like, yeah, let that seed grow into a beautiful plant. The way you bring up crypto, it makes me think about like gardening a little bit, where you plant a seed and you just sort of wait for it to grow into this. I want some money on sportsbook again. See, when you say sportsbook, I immediately think of the sports part of Facebook. Well, yeah, but also, yeah, like good luck on your crypto, and I hope that it works out well for you. I can't wait to see I can't wait to see what it do. If you ever do feel like you want to, if you ever feel like you want to donate, by all means, but just know it's not forced. Sports betting, that's bad. I you know what I find crazy about sports betting while you actually bring that up, it always surprises me that in sports betting, like that's a thing now. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, that was a thing that like used to get players like fired and stuff like that. Now it's just like its own little industry. It's just I think that that's crazy. Like if you were a player and you was caught betting on sports, then you would get in so much trouble. And like it used to be a thing that you could actually get in trouble for, and now it's just my AI friend helps me, which is crazy. She knows who will win. I don't trust though. I wouldn't recommend trusting that because sometimes AI can get it a little wrong. I mean, things can happen. Like I mean, like do what you got to do. But I would recommend. Did you just call your AI friend a she? That is dope. I feel like by default we think that AI. I feel like by default we all think that AI is like is feminine. Like, does anybody up in here think that whenever they think, does anybody here think of AI as male? That's because some players or coaches were throwing games or matches. I mean, that's, I mean, granted, like maybe like in the 40s, but people don't throw games nowadays. By the way, hello, Mr. Vanna Winsley, you beautiful human being, you. You absolute dream wrapped in mahogany. You chocolate syrup, you chocolate syrup drop of I can I feel like I can go deeper into that, but it'll just sound weird if I do. By the way, I really love the fact that there's three people up in here, but only one like. So I'm now convinced that like the right wingers are like sneaking in, like going, "We're going to go ahead and ruin this thing because we don't like you." Y'all too cute. Thank you. She's the cute one. She's the cute one. I mean, like she has to balance it out because I look like Swamp Thing. Apparently, I don't know. Your future will be better. I know we are here for you. I appreciate that, A. Ashley. Thank you. Um, but yeah, like I never really thought about we're going to box. I don't know why. What I do? I just gave you props. What are you doing? I tell you that I love you. I tell you that I love you and I shower you with all this adoration. Stop calling yourself ugly. Lady, have you seen me? Like, there's a reason why the lighting in here is like perfectly lit. Like, I can actually, he need to. Oh my God. Don't y'all start doing, don't y'all do this, okay? Y'all, I don't know where y'all at. I'm pretty sure y'all are down here. Don't y'all do this, okay? I have y'all know that this face this face was girl retardant for like years. Girl, he know he lying. This face was like woman retardant for like years. Okay, like like I want to say up until a few years ago, women used to look at this face and go, "Ew, mm, uh-uh." Women used to look at this face and go, mm-mm, "I'm gonna act like I have a boyfriend." I'm serious. You saw it. You see. I'm like you weren't there. Some of y'all like I had to actually encounter some of my personal friends. They would have to like tell you guys. But like back in the day when I was like when I was doing the whole single thing and I was like trying my best to actually get a girlfriend, they would be like, no, no, why are you doing this? Go away. Ew, ew, go away. That's not a lie. I am not lying about that. Oh my god, what? The ladies wanted Manny. Wow, are you what university? Oh my god, wow. Okay, first of all, maybe in like maybe in like World 28 or something. Maybe in like the multiverse, maybe in like the multiverse. Hello, Miss Christy R, by the way. How are you doing today? Maybe in like the multiverse of the cube world when he had that gold grill. I never wore a gold grill, but I wanted to. I actually did want. Why you bringing up old stuff? I'm giving you context. I'm providing context to a circumstance that I am very sure is very realistic. I'm pretty sure these things have happened before. By the way, good news, everyone. All is forgiven. I can still train. I overreacted over nothing. Also, women used to like shoot me down a lot back in the day. Like they really did just like make it very. They used to look at this face and go, "Ugh," and I used to be like, "Hey," and they would be like, and I'd be like, "Okay." This was actually before the facial hair too. This was also before the facial hair too. The facial hair was like actually, but when I was younger, my facial hair was uneven. So like one side of my face actually grew hair, and the other side didn't for like a long time. So like, and I didn't know about that. So for a long time, I literally had like one piece of facial hair, like one side of my beard growing, and I thought my beard was supposed to be, zip, but it turns out it's just zoop zoop. So they said you could be back on Monday. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I uh I overreacted, and I was like I said, old stuff. This is it's not that old. It's not. This was okay. Maybe it was okay. It was. What do we consider old nowadays as far as like events are concerned? I feel like 10. I feel like 10 years is the minimum. You need to stop worrying. Everything will be well worked out. I wish I had y'all levels of optimism. I really do. Like one thing I know is about myself. One of my worst things that I know is about myself is that when things go wrong for me, like when things like I live in a flimsy castle of my own. I live in a flimsy castle of my own expectations because all it takes is for like one brick to just shake in my flimsy castle of expectation, and I immediately assume that the walls are coming down. So I overreact at the first sign of trouble because in my brain is like things are only going to get worse from here. So I gotta. You bring up high school a lot. I also bring up after high school because this also happened after high school as well. But yeah, like that's like one of my few things that I like. I do like I do kind of. I mean, if a drop of rainwater falls, I'm thinking that the sky is falling, and that's definitely like one of the worst things about me. I kind of don't. I always have the worst expectations on the slightest sign of I don't know the word the at the slightest sign of something going wrong. I think that the whole world is about to end, and I panic and I get very paranoid, and it's like easily my worst quality because it's like like all it's like my brain just immediately goes all hands on deck. We're going. The ship is going down, and in this case, I thought the ship was going down, and it turns out it was not. Nothing is in your control. Yeah, I know. That's the part that kind of makes me. That's the part that freaks me out. So yeah, but it's understandable. Things get stressful. Exactly. Exactly. Nothing is in my control, and that's the part that kind of freaks me out all the time. And I do need to kind of work on that, but I mean, it's a work in progress. It is a work in progress. But yeah, it's definitely something that I indeed look forward to down the line anyway. But enough about me. Hello, Ms. Lala Danielle. I did not ignore you. I just saw your name in the chat, and I apologize. I am looking at this. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at all this. You will be okay. You're a kind person. Thank you. Thanks. I, I I would like to be. I would like to be. Uh, how was your day? It was stressful for the most part, but things didn't. Things got a little bit less stressful. But it was stressful for the most part. I did try to sort of make myself feel better. In spite of it, I've been fired in the past, so stress, but things got better. You understand then? You understand? And I appreciate you for getting that. But yeah, like outside of the slight building stress that I had earlier, I'm all good, Miss Christie. How you doing today? Pretty good. Everything hold up for you guys out there? I'm loving the fact that my chat is mostly women right now. I feel it's like on one hand, it's sort of slowly eroding this idea that women hate me. You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously, I still have a bit of a perspective about that. It's challenging. So yeah, that's dope actually. This is dope. My chat has been all women so far. and I'm starting to think that women actually don't hate me. This is sort of challenging my bias and my conditioning. And I appreciate y'all for like completely making me challenge my conditioning here. It's gonna take a while, but it is happening. I'm starting to slowly believe that maybe women don't think that I'm weird. No, we don't hate you. I appreciate that. That's the thing. It's just like, I sort of convinced myself of that fact, and now is like it's slowly starting to go away a little bit because like this is the most attention I've ever gotten from women, probably ever. You don't think your friends care about you? It's not that I don't think my friends care about me. It's just that like in my brain, I always had it in my brain that like women just look at me and the first thing that goes in their mind is no, and that's just and it just goes from there. So like now I'm starting to get introduced. You just said women hate you. I said I thought women hate me. It's a we women. Yes, yes, you are. All of you are women, from what I understand. It's like there's four of y'all in here that are speaking right now. So and there's six people in the group. There's six people in here. So I'm assuming that at least one of them is a right winger that's just like coming in here like I'm coming in here to extract some information, make sure that this dude sounds worse than what he is. But at least, but out of everybody here that's talking so far, it's nothing but it's just nothing but like I appreciate it. I appreciate. Maybe younger women were not mature. I don't know. Yeah, maybe so. That might have been the case, but that left a pretty big mark on me a little bit. So I guess part of me is still trying to unlearn some things from when I was younger, but it's much harder for me because it's like I'm doing it all on my own. Like, I'm kind of raw dogging life here. Like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff. So all I did was just so everything I'm knowing now is stuff that like it's basically everything that I've learned from my childhood just matured. It's like things, nothing got severed. Everything just got more enhanced. Like my conditioning is just all screwed up, dog. But like this is really cool though. It's like this is probably the most I ever actually. This is probably the most women I've ever talked to in this thing before. It's like I'm genuinely surprised about this. Hello, number seven. By the way, if you guys want me to like maybe give you guys a shout out or something, let me know. You could just like I don't know like I mean, like this is an interactive chat, so I'm pretty sure if you guys were to be like, "Hey, say this thing," I'll be like, "Okay, why not?" But how's you guys' day going so far? Y'all doing okay? By the way, I'm doing this thing. I gotta get it at some point. It's gonna boggle my head if I don't. Looks like ladies, right? Looks like ladies' night in the chat. Can't stay for long. Hope your night gets better. I appreciate that. Thank you. It is. I'm guessing that it is ladies' night in the chat. I don't know what. I don't know what. Honestly, hey, real quick, while somebody brought it up, real quick, while you had brought it up, what is ladies' night? Is that like because I've only heard of it, but I never really knew what it was. But is that like a day where just all the ladies go out to the club and just like like just hang out? Is that what that is? Am I naive for asking that question? Yes, like ladies specials, get in free special drinks type thing. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because like I never like I've heard that term a lot back in the day, and I just never knew what it meant. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Because I always thought like ladies' night was holy crap. That I almost fixed this thing. Okay, look. So white, orange, yellow, red, blue, green. But I mean, I almost got orange and green, red. Ladies' night usually means women get in free at the club. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, because like on other days they have to pay. I waited till the last minute to Christmas shop, so I'm sitting here on Amazon. Hey, do what you got to do. I respect it. I respect it. Do what you got to do. Like that Christmas shopping is insane right now. Like I am not. I don't envy anybody who has to go Christmas shopping right now. It is not. You're definitely like. Who man? I do not envy you, man. Uh, but yeah, like okay, because like I didn't know. Because like here's the thing, I didn't know that you had to pay to get into the club. I thought you just needed to show ID to get into the club. I didn't know it cost money to get into the club. Because never really went to a club before, or rather, I didn't go to a club around a time where it was like relevant to go to a club. So like when everybody else was like going, I was kind of just like I was at home playing video games or watching Outlaw Star or something, and yeah, it's like that, and also I don't drink, so it's like I wouldn't be able to. Mail arrival time is already very behind because of Christmas. Whew. Somebody else actually brought that up to me earlier, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost my mind when I heard that. Uh, but yeah, like I said, but I don't drink, so I don't really go to the club. That's definitely like kind of a thing that I never really like, but because I don't know. I also don't like the phrase "I don't drink" because I don't drink. Kind of, it's okay, but presents will be late. No biggie though. There you go. Like my whole thing is that like I like to think that we all kind of have a bit of an understanding when it comes to Christmas. It's like if anything were to come late or like around the week, I feel like the week of Christmas is definitely the time to get Christmas presents because you're probably not gonna get it on exactly on the 25th because shopping is crazy around this time, and it's like and then I think everything is closed on the 25th. You will literally have to buy something like a month in advance to have it like ready for the 25th. So I'm doing a no presents Xmas this year. So no issues here. Hey, I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's clever. I like that. I like that. Like no presents Xmas. That actually that honestly that I feel like that'd be kind of a cool thing to do actually. Don't need a drink to go to the club. Friends and music, all you need. Yeah, I actually went to a club before like once, and it was like really loud and crowded. And I think that was kind of like like 'cause that was the first time I ever went to a club. It was like it was really loud, it was really crowded. I couldn't talk, and I couldn't like it was a club of the exotic dancer variety. My friend actually wanted me. My friend got me over there because he thought I was going to freak out at the sight of lady parts, and I don't like alcohol either. So yeah, last I checked, alcohol is something that you put on stores, not something that you drink. Um, but a friend of mine actually brought me over to a club of a exotic dancer variety because he thought that because I was an untouched young man back in the day, he thought that I was going to lose my mind at the sight of lady parts. And when he realized that that wasn't the case, he kind of got bored and left early. because it's like here I am. I'm going into this place. I'm going into this place, and I'm surrounded. Like first of all, I think I went to school with like two of the performers in the at this place, so it felt really awkward. Hello, Miss Ashley Barrett. Wow, it is ladies' night in the chat. Okay. Hello, Miss Ashley Barrett. Got two Ashleys, by the way. That's dope. Um, ad. Okay, so we got the ad, so we know what that means. Ow, my legs. All right, so ad. Okay, so the ads are. I got two ads already as well. I am so sorry. I really wish I kind of knew when the ads were happening because then I would totally be like, hello, what's this? Wait a minute. Whoa, that is messed up. They really trying to get rid of Sesame Street. What is happening to these people? Isn't that good for you? I'm fine. Oh, isn't that good for you? I have no clue what is good for me and what isn't anymore. But yeah. So I went to this. But yeah, I went to this. Yeah, but that's what ultimately ended up happening. I went to this place. I went to a friend of mine. Like it was his birthday, so he didn't have to pay to get in, but I got somebody paid for me to get in. And I went over there, and I was just like, it just felt really weird because, like I said, I'm pretty sure I went to school with like two of the performers that day, and it was awkward because it was like, like it was like I thought we went to middle school together. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you ever see somebody from middle school and you just and they, you're all adults, but you still see them as that same person you went to middle school with. You know what I mean? So it's like that's different. And so yeah, if it was weird. Also, like I think I creeped my friends out because I basically told them if I'm going to go to a place to see, a lady perform, I would rather uh, the performance be immersive than performative. And they clearly did not like that perspective, and they were very weirded out by that. And I don't know. We don't talk anymore. that's that's the sad part. Pretty sure they think that I'm the weird guy now. Are there still ads in here? Are there still ads in here? Can y'all hear me at all? Is everything okay? The chat just kind of like I don't know if the chat froze up or if everybody's bored or whatever. Also, my legs are killing me, so I'm just gonna ow, just gonna lay down here. um. Also, Ashley Barrett. Why do I keep calling you? Oh, right, Ashley Barrett, because there's two Ashleys in here. Um, I would definitely also recommend checking out the older Kamen Rider series as well. Try watching any series that was around the time that you were born. It would mess your head up. Culture and dated. Um, but yeah, though, like I'm kind of glad to see that everybody kind of got their Christmas shopping done. I know some of y'all got kids, right? Like some of y'all have your own children, so like y'all doing Christmas shopping for the kids too. I'm getting ready for bed while listening and on it. Those are my Friday night plans. Heck yeah! I'm so glad you're liking this. I'm so glad that you're liking the site. I'm really glad because like you said you like Power Rangers. I'm like this is gonna be so much fun. What series are you watching? What series are you watching right now currently? Also, A Wonderful Life. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to you do the thing that I'm pretty sure people will find completely uncomfortable. I feel like if I was a mind reader, I would be like the most annoying one because like being a mind reader means that you don't know, you don't really have a sense of privacy because you're always reading people's minds, even on accident. You know, you can't shut it off. You can hear people even when they're not talking. Like thinking about that kind of makes me sort of feel like Jean Grey passing out in the original series was kind of justified. I mean, when you're a person who uses psychic powers, you know, you can hear voices that ain't even there. Imagine if animals like could think in English. That would just be really screwy. Got tardigrades flying all around there. What time is it where you guys are at anyway? Dang, 9:40. Yeah, I came in at the wrong time. The reason why I try to do this at night is because like I know that there's some people who are I know that there's some people who normally be on here who usually work kind of late. Oh, you guys are okay, yeah. Oh, you're in North Texas. That's dope. So like going towards like Oklahoma. I started at the beginning with Skyrider and have peeped others, but ultimately plan to go in order unless I get a specific recommendation. Oh god, Skyrider is one I didn't even see yet, but if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty intense. Like the older series will have you messed up. What I would definitely recommend is if you ever decide that you want to watch if you ever decide that you want to watch a Kamen Rider Super One, Super Dash One, just know that that is the main actor for that series is currently a fugitive who has gone missing because he scammed some people. Trump backline. Yeah, and I like how people call it the Panhandle. It's like three areas in America that's called the Panhandle, and I think it's the area from Oklahoma, some part in Florida, and someplace else. That's dope though. But yeah, like if you ever watch Kamen Rider Super One, just know that that's something to be expected. Also, there are there's another show. Like if I could recommend a show for you. There's the one that I started off with was Kamen Rider Den O. That's like one of the later series. It has a train theme, and you know I think the one thing I like about it is that you know the characters. I want to to Asia to find a hubby. That is so bizarre. You could okay. First of all, there's a great chance. What's wrong with finding a hubby here in America? I'm pretty sure you could find I'm pretty sure you could find a nice guy. There's probably some guy in your DMs right now like going, "I'll marry you." Why Asia though? what was specifically what that is? Wow, that is. Oh my god! Wow. I like the I like unusual types who are different. Okay, Eddie's what specific part of Asia would you like to go to find a hubby? That is hilarious. I want to go to it's so different to hear a woman say that because that's usually a dude thing. A dude normally says, I want to go to another country to find a spouse or to find a girlfriend or something like that. I've never heard a woman say that before. That is just right over my head, man. Wow. Okay. That's a new one. Different culture, maybe Korean or Chinese. Wow. This, I mean, because like I said, this is how dudes talk. Like, do women do this? I didn't even like. are there travel are there passport are there women who do the passport thing? Oh my god, that is hilarious, yo. I mean, honestly, mate, I hope you find them. Passport sisters, got it. Is that a thing? Is passport sisters a thing? Please tell me it's passport like I mean like I like the part. I mean it makes sense. Yo, I get bored of men who are too similar to me. That what do you mean similar to you? It should be a new reality show. Passport sisters. That would sell so much. It's like what's really sad is that like the disparity between gender in America is that like normally when I encounter unhinged behavior, I always expect it from a dude, but I would never expect it from a woman because in my brain I'm just convinced that women don't have like these I like it may I feel sexist saying this, but in my brain I just can't fathom the idea of women being like that. British passport sisters go to Caribbean, Dominican Republic, and Africa. There's so many documentaries on it. That is news to me. I did not know this. What documentaries are there of this? Is this a thing? Like this is a thing? I didn't know women do this. I figured because like dating is so oh god, this is going to make me sound so terrible. I'm going to probably get canceled for this, but I was always convinced that because dating was so easy for women, they didn't really have to do the travel thing. They are usually 30 years older than the dudes. I'm s- huh? Huh? They are I feel like is that a typo? Is that a typo? They are usually 30 years older than the dudes. You can find it on YouTube. Huh? 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 20 or 30 years older, no typo. It's like sugar mamas. They're using those young guys. Huh? Uh um uh so older women go to other countries to hook up with younger men who are 30 years their junior. I've never heard of this before. This is news to me. I'm very they're rich old white women, same as the men using young women, no different. People are people. Young people, vulnerable men. This is I was not aware. I was not aware. This is news to me. This is that is I feel like there should be a light shown on that. Like especially considering that there's a whole manosphere of dudes. You would think that this would be like a big subject that they would just talk about on the daily. Like these women are out here taking advantage of our young men, and they're not even doing that. This is an issue that these guys would be prevalent in like shining a light on and covering and talking about. And I learned this from women. Wow, Jesus take the wheel. Stop the world. I got to get off because that is messing with me. Women age out, so are lonely as well. Women age out, so are lonely as well. That's all it's about. And the men see a future or want to help their families or want to help their family. Yeah, wow. Wow. Very wow. Very wow indeed. That is messing with me. See, the thing about the women aging out thing is just like I don't know. Maybe just because like maybe it's just because of my gender bias, but I just have a hard time believing that because but that's probably because like majority of the older women that I see like in the area that I'm in, they're usually like married with kids. Almost all of the older women that I know of excuse me, are usually like married with children. So in my brain, I guess it just doesn't really register to me that there are women out there that aren't that like or that are lonely like that. I don't know. Maybe I am a simple Simon guy. I'm really simple. Like I really I'm dumb. Like hearing myself say this, I realize how dumb it sounds. But it's like this is something that I've always sort of thought about when I thought about women. Like in my brain, it's like, oh yeah, well, women can date whoever they want. They can get married, have kids, and all this other stuff. And dudes have to like, dudes have to get on the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like we're the ones who are going to get lonely because they won't. I am not smart. Welcome back, Miss Lala Danielle. Some of these women seem very needy, in my opinion. I do not. Some of those women seem very needy, in my opinion. I don't. I've never seen that. I don't. I know very little about that. But now that y'all are telling me this, it is like wow. Like this is. I feel like an idiot not knowing this now. It's needy and predatory on both sides. I think I agree that it's needy and predatory, but it's just that it's very much. I do think it's kind of like I do feel like I wish more men knew our struggles with dating. I think the biggest thing is women need to feel safe, not just physically. So there may be men that ask us out at times, but not easy. You know what? As much as I hate to discuss, as much as I hate to discuss dating, I feel like we need to discuss dating. I have a woman majority. I have a woman majority chat right now, so I feel like now would be a great time for us to discuss struggles with dating. Okay, so y'all are women. I what are y'all issues like? What would you consider to be your biggest struggle with dating? Let's start from the first part. Let's start from somebody asking you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the biggest? What is the weirdest thing that you like? What's the weirdest thing that y'all get about guys asking y'all out? Like, I'm not even talking about the actual dating part. I'm talking about the first part, the introduction, the come on, the I don't know the words for it. And y'all can be as hyper specific as you want. This is a safe space. I'm not gonna mock you. I'm not gonna shame you. Y'all actually have more reasons to shame me because I'm more ignorant to what goes on with women than the other way around. So nuts. Dang it! Did I really just? Uh, I hardly get asked out. Uh, I'm a tomboy. Most men don't like that. They don't like hearing no. I hardly get asked out, but and when I do, it's usually men yelling things at me in a way that would never lead to a date. More like catcalling. I have medical issues too. Ooh, okay. That does. Yeah, I do. Tomboy with medical issues. I that sounds rough. Are the medical issues like are they chronic? Do they just are they recurring or the apps have made everyone lazy and insincere. And it seems like a lot of men don't want to put any effort into planning dates. Yeah, I will definitely. I will say I'm guilty of that. I am definitely not. I'm definitely bad at like planning dates because I don't expect anything to. Or the men that I've asked out have told me they were intimidated. Yikes! You must be really hot. Is a bone issue in some spots. Can you stand and walk? Or is it like is there issues with standing? I like normally when I hear bone issues, I think either legs or joints. So like you don't have to get too specific or in detail if you don't want to, but like like is it something that like that can be seen? Is it something that's noticeable, or is it something that is like invisible that some people wouldn't understand unless they know you? And I will say I am terrible at planning things in general because things always goes wrong for me. So I try my best not to plan anything. Yep, I can move around, but my appearance is noticeable. Okay, I get that. So for you guys, like as far as like starting off, what's on my Christmas list? I I mean, I don't really have anything specific. I don't really like I don't really like try to have anything for my Christmas list because I always find myself having to buy stuff for myself. But I mean like if I'm being materialistic, a gaming system. But if I'm being realistic, just to be able to see Christmas, without dying. Um, but yeah. Also, to the ladies in here, first off, I just want to go ahead and point this out real quick. Um, like for some guys, I'm not trying to like mansplain or nothing. I don't even know. I don't know if I'm doing it or not, but I do want to point out that for some dudes, screaming out, "Hey, you fine as heck!" That's the male mating call. So like I don't know. It's like clearly there's better ways to go about it. But like for some dudes, I think that's just kind of like, honestly, if a lady came up to me and was like, "Damn boy, you fine," I'd be like, "Really?" Well, thank you. Like that would be me. But like, I mean, how often do you hear a lady go, "Damn boy, you fine"? I mean, that's a nice thing to hear after many must don't have to work tomorrow. Oh, I do. I just work midday. But yeah, like I do feel like now's a good time to um I do feel like now's a good time to kind of just point that out because there's a lot of things about women that I don't know. And this is probably the most women that I'm probably gonna have in my chat. So I just figured by all means, explain to me what life is like as a lady in the dating world. Like outside of the, like are there dating apps? Do y'all prefer dating apps or do y'all prefer just like real life encounters with people? Pet peeve is when men ask a woman out, compliment her body, or for a phone number without asking her name first. Dating apps are terrible. So you would rather like meet a guy like out in public. You meet a guy out in person. Attention from men isn't great because we don't know them. Got it. So, but from that perspective, do you not want attention from men? No to apps. Got it. Because that's where it gets a little complicated. Because it's like, because me personally, I was always told, like, because like me personally, I was always told women don't want guys in general. So I make a declaration to leave women alone for as long as I can. And then I'm told, well, how are you going to get a date if you don't encounter a woman? And it's like, wait, so do they want me to leave them alone or do they want me to approach them? I don't know what to do. Brains going in two different directions. I had two bad experiences and deleted the app. I'd rather meet a man out in life. Got it. It's like because in my brain, I'm always like, the internet has always basically made it very clear that it's always been made very clear to me that ladies just don't want to get messed, just don't like they're like the Wu Tang Clan. They ain't nothing to f with, but but it's like so it's like so it's like do like obviously you don't want the attention or you do like you don't want a lot of attention. I'm going to assume that that's the case here, that there is a balance, there is a level between not enough attention and too much attention, and you're seeking out that balance. And for some of y'all it's very minimum, and for some of y'all it's maximum, maybe. I don't know. Women like compliments, but I feel like it has to accompany some kind of rapport, like a respectful smile or greeting, not just screaming at them that they are hot. Got it. So when I say that you're hot, does that make you? Does that upset you? Like when I say that you're hot, because like I will stop. Also, reading the room and knowing if it's an environment that the woman will feel safe talking to a stranger. That kind of went over my head a little bit. I'm not the smartest person. You're gonna have to explain that part to me. Talk about not being able to read the room. Am I right? I am a dumb man, and I apologize. Like I actually worked at a bar. I worked at a military base that had a. I worked at a military base. I was washing dishes for the not the galley, but like the restaurant, one of the restaurants that was at the military base, and that military base had a bar. So every so often, I while I was waiting for my ride or waiting to get to where I needed to go to, I would sit at the. I wouldn't drink or anything like that, but I would sit at the bar. He would. I have to decide if we want to get to know him. Okay, that makes sense. Like if it's a public place with people around where a woman may feel more safe introducing herself to a stranger. Okay, that makes sense. So like a party, or a play like just a regular old shindig, a hoonanny, a hoedown, uh, a uh, a warpadoodle. That last one I made up, but did that sound like anything? A warpadoodle? Nothing. I keep telling y'all, I am not a smart man. Who be these people? Uh, they're too forward sometimes. Not in a sketchy place. Not in a sketchy place like a parking lot or where she's alone in the streets. Clearly, that part I totally get. Like, I mean, obviously, if you want to get to know somebody, you want to be in a place where you can encounter and deal with people. You and there are two, and some guy. I agree. Some people can be too forward sometimes, and that's why I kind of feel like there's levels of like attention here. It's like some people don't. I'm convinced that like some people there's a balance of too much attention, not enough attention, and some people can sort of like handle the level. Some men pick someone who they think is desperate. They're terrible. Some of them. You know what? I agree. I actually do have some friends who were a little bit like that, and it was very bad. Random. Your shorts have been interesting these last few weeks. What's the inspo? The most recent one was because I was trying to die. But the other one before that was the other one was hold on. I actually forgot the one before that. Oh, the distraction one was because I come from there's a lot of conspiracy theorists talking about how all this is just one big distraction from a real issue, and like I decided to make a joke about what issue that they're thinking that people don't know about because of the big thing. But the most recent one I did was because I was trying to die. Um, but I'm over it now. I feel like yeah, I feel like it's helpful to have a routine slash visit the same places to see the same people to build rapport. I've seen someone enough times and exchanged a smile, then asked them on a date or talked. So, Ms. Ashley, would you be comfortable making the first move? Also, ladies, while y'all are up in here, how do y'all feel about making the first move? Like, how do y'all feel about being the one that actually like has to do the approaching and the do the legwork, so to speak? Like, do y'all feel like it's something that you shouldn't do, or is it something? I met military men I didn't find attractive, but they are very mean, and try to test you anyway using mind games. Yeah, that is. I actually knew a wow. By the way, nine people have been here and only four likes. That means that at least two people have been here are right wingers that are trying to I don't know harvest information. Uh, are you in the military, Miss Ashley? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. Y'all heading to bed. Good night, y'all. Have a nice night, Miss. Have a nice night, Miss. A Wonderful Life. I'm gonna also add your channel into my. I'm gonna add your channel into my channel recommendations. Oh no, they were military vets. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get that. But yes, Miss, it's a wonderful Miss a wonderful life. I'm going to add your channel into my channel recommendations on my profile so that people can follow you. I'm going to let them know about you. And I don't forget to like y'all. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm sorry that that happened actually. But yeah, like I said, while y'all are up in here, like what are y'all thoughts about like doing making the first move when it comes to that sort of stuff? Do y'all are y'all comfortable being the person who, if I approach a man, they think I'm desperate? I that's weird. That's weird. So would you rather not approach a guy? Would you rather kind of like not like if a guy approaches you, that would that kind of if a guy approaches you, would that make like this is a weird question to ask. Would you think that a guy is desperate if they were to approach you? Also, do you approach every guy the same way, or rather, would you approach every guy the same way? Hold on, I'm still here. I'm just I wanted to be friends first, but when I was younger, I approached and was straightforward, but they felt they were above me. I've done it. It depends on the person. I get that. That makes sense. So are you comfortable? I probably wouldn't approach them the same way. Also, so Miss Barrett, you're comfortable approaching? You're comfortable approaching guys first. Also, Miss Ashley, honestly, I with you, Miss Ashley, I honest like that the vibe I'm getting from you is you have an idea what you want and you have an idea what you don't want. Like you know what you're comfortable with and you know what to avoid. So honestly, if you end up in a relationship, I like to think that you're going to probably end up with a keeper because you have an idea what you want and how you want to go about doing things. And honestly, I think that's good. I think that's dope. Like like I'm not gonna say you're suspicious, but it sounds like you're very cautious, and I respect that. I prefer not to approach them first, but I will if I'm interested and they don't take the hint. That's dope. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't know why I thought that was funny, but that's funny to me. Duh. Man, this lady's been everywhere. I don't see how she's not got more subscribers. I love travel channels. I'm checking out a Wonderful Lights Pro. Yes, I know my type, but I gotta be friendly first. As a Leo, I'm very direct, so it caused problems for me. I get that. I get that. Shoot, but that's dope though. It's kind of cool that you like. It's kind of cool that you're very cautious. Like, cause with me, like I went from like being the most unattractive guy on the planet to being someone's boyfriend, and I did not understand how the world worked from that transition. So, like, so I screwed everything up. I would never consider myself to be like I would never consider myself to be like cautious. I'm open to the idea. Like I'm just glad that somebody likes me. That's just me. Like maybe I'm just weird like that, but I'm just glad that somebody actually likes me. Don't also I'm sorry if I'm being silent. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm being silent. I am also changing I'm doing edits to my channel as well while I am talking to y'all. I think it's a birds of a feather thing. Dope. That's dope. So, but yeah, like I just it's like because what edits? Oh no, I'm adding uh Miss Wonderful Life's her channel onto my profile because I'm trying to do a channel recommendations for like people that I support and follow. And what in the world just happened to my computer? Gosh darn it. Shoot. How I go about doing this? Thank you. That's kind of like my way of trying. Is like they don't do friends list on YouTube, so I'm doing this to keep up with the channels because the subscribe they sometimes don't show up on my subscriptions, so I want to be able to like just be able to go to their profile, and that's kind of my way of doing it. Also, shout out to her for like noticing my shorts. A lot of people usually don't watch. Like, a lot of people don't usually watch my shorts, which I like. I mean, it's like it's probably for the best because my shorts are controversial. Yeah, but yeah, though I like the also thank you guys for like talking to me about this dating stuff. It's very, I think younger men in the dating world were more judgmental. That's probably part of my issue too. That can be the case. Like I do see like there is this whole manosphere influence that's going on with dudes nowadays, and they got all this smoke for women, and I don't understand it. They got like all of this hostility for women, and it's crazy, dude. Like it's like they don't have to. Like they're so hostile. I think it's just because of the fact that they've been burned so much that in their brain is like they have to, they gotta get him, they gotta get these ladies back, and it's like it's like it's like for them it's like now it's our turn. It's our turn to say no. It's our turn to call you ugly. You know what I'm saying? And some guys are just like for it's like there's this back and forth going on with like who's been wronged and who should be wronged based on who's been wronged. And everybody is like, I've been wronged, so it's time for me to wrong somebody else. And like there's two types of ways. So there's multiple ways to approach trauma. And I think the whole thing is that like some people they approach trauma by like sort of passing that trauma on, and other people uses that trauma and just says nobody else should have to go through this. Everybody kind of, and me personally, I'm the kind of guy who I'm like nobody else should have to go through this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's me. I used to be the, oh, everybody's gonna get it because I got it, but like but like obviously the younger generation, they're kind of just going through that, and they have to be like and they have to be like no, we gotta we gotta get somebody else. It's just a case of like somebody's got to get it, and it's this Mounsford thing is just like we've been burned, lots of baggage, absolutely, absolutely, like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. Like you wouldn't believe. It's very, very, very complicated. And it's like, well, not complicated, but it's very stressful because peeps just really don't want to how do I say it? How do I say it? Peeps just really kind of don't want to they don't want to like let that stuff go. You know what I'm saying? They just want somebody else to feel as bad as they did. And it's messed up, but that's what. But it's like that's one reason why I've had this. This is a very unsavory thought, and I apologize if I offend anybody. But I do feel like a lot of the single adults really need to kind of get together, like band together, and just have one big ORJE, and just do that, and just get all that hostility and all that stress and all that pent up frustration out. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about just like like I think some men weren't supposed to be my match anyway. Probably so, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like I think it's just a lot of pent up frustration that everybody just needs to be able to just sort of like, or at least multiple people have to be able to just kind of just let out at once. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like if that happens, then everybody kind of has a new perspective of each other. There's a level of intimacy that everybody has for each other. It's like a big community effort, and everybody just constantly kind of gets together after that. I know it sounds weird, it sounds gross, it sounds, you probably don't want to even be a part of that because you're like, ew, bodies everywhere. Clearly, I'm talking about like with proper, you know, with like proper planning and care and things like that. I'm not saying just everybody just needs to get together and just have this one big slot party, but what I am saying is that like yeah, ethically, that's a word. That's what I'm looking for. A big ethical ORJ ORJII whatever. I can't spell right now. I'm getting my brain is messed up. But the fact of the matter is that like I feel like that should be like a community effort, like a really big like group, and because it's like I say, because a lot of it is just effectual frustration, and people just need to let that out. I understand, like, there's some people. I understand you not liking most types. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, just a big community just like you could literally like make a party out of it, like make it like one of those like one of those fancy parties where y'all like walk around with tuxedos and and wear a monocle on the top hat, and then at some point take that monocle, tuxedo, and top hat off and just go to town on the nicest person you encounter. Clearly there will be rules like don't be a jerk, don't be mean, if accept the word no, stuff like that. But at the same time also, I mean, like, after you get done having this encounter with multiple people, you're probably not going to see those multiple people in a negative light anymore, or rather they won't see you in a negative light. Everybody will be friends after that. I mean, how many times have you ever heard people like get together and have those encounters and be enemies afterwards? Imagine betting your enemy. Sorry if y'all. Also, sorry for the notification sounds. That's my messenger, and I'm too lazy to turn off the sound. But am I weird for saying that? Am I weird for like suggesting that? Is that a weird? What is up to the homie Truant? Welcome. I like emotional or like intellectual types. I get that 100%. Not the weirdest. Thank you, because that's the whole point. Just got off work. What's up, Truant? I actually did this late. just because in my brain I knew you had to work and I wanted to stick around for my homeboy Truant. Yeah. Also, these next 4 days in a row are going to be like ridiculous. It's going to be like ridiculously long, so I probably won't have any content between now and the end of the week because this is another it's another overtime week. So yeah, it's going to be mostly just me being really tired. You probably expect a short, but don't expect a short. Also, Truant, if you're up in, also Truant, if you want to stay in context of the conversation, we are currently talking about like dating and stuff. We're talking about dating and beyond that, where I have suggested that people need to just get together and just have a really big naked party and just we're gonna see it though together, bro. Trust. I appreciate that. Thank you. Man, that's good, dog. I really appreciate that. I'm down. That is awesome. This is why the truest the Hobie. That's what I'm saying. I do feel, or I really do feel like people will. I feel like people will see each other in a different light if they saw each other nude. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's the most intimate you can see somebody in. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I feel like you can't judge anybody if you are. Oh, you're alive. You're alive. Oh, what's up? What is up, Emperor Megas? The YouTuber Enzo Kim is kind of my type emotionally, but he's too young. I have no clue who Enzo Kim is. The only Enzo I know is green and has one eye and a really cool piece, and he has a glitch because Bob gave him glitch. We were talking about dating, Emperor, and I was suggesting that like I had to haul this big back mattress into my crib just now. Wait, you got a fattress? Is that what you got? My homeboy said I got a fattress now. So big I had to push it in the door. It took 4 people to push it in the door. The only Enzo I know is Ferrari. Enzo is new but has a lot of chatty videos. Well, I have I feel if he's too like good on you for recognizing that he's probably too young for you. By the way, not a lot of people will say that. So like, good on you for that one. That's dope. Also when I go live, do you guys see that? Is there like a notification? Uh, Enzo coin toss. I don't know what that means. Also, Enzo Ferrari. I have no clue who that is either. The only Enzo I know is the one who has a hot sister named Dot. Dot. Hot. Yo, was that the thing? Was that a thing? It's a queen size mattress, by the way, so it's big as hell. My man said, "I'm getting a fattress." I gotta bend the frame down and push it through the door. Sometimes I get notifications, but not always. Thanks again. Well, thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. This is a like I ain't gonna lie. I was actually very depressed earlier, so this is very helpful. And she got an ad, so I feel like also sadly enough, if you guys just say ad, I'm just gonna do the I wish I had on a tuxedo for this one. And Enzo Ferrari is the son of Ferrari car building. He named one of his cars after him, the Enzo. See, I figured that it was. I mean, I know Ferrari the car, so it's just like I kind of figured that. Reboot needs to make a comeback, by the way. It did, but it should make another one. But yeah, like we were talking about dating earlier, and we were talking about like we were talking about dating earlier, and I kind of feel like the issue with dating is that like we don't like. I feel like as a culture, we just first off we're not genuine about like our genuine intent starting off. Like some of us, like people just don't want to say stuff. It's Ferrari Italian. Honestly, it sounds Italian. Also, completely weird question. I know this is gonna sound weird, but if you guys feel comfortable enough, can y'all tell me your ages real quick? Because I'm convinced that I'm older than most of y'all, with the exception of Emperor Megas, because apparently he's like I don't know, like what is it like 46? No, no, no. He's 50. He's 50. You're turning 27 next month. Hey, congrats! Congrats! First of all, happy new birthday to you. I'm old, 46. I would have never guessed that, honestly. Like I would have thought you were like much younger than that, Miss Ashley. Truant, you're 19. You're 19. That's wow. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, Truant. Like you, like I thought you were. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I thought you. Part of me, I don't know why I thought we were like in the same age group, but like wow, it's like I feel like I relate to. I find myself relating to a 19-year-old. What in the world? Wow, I'll be hearing just relating to a 19-year-old. I'm like, holy crap, my homeboy Truant. I'm like, wow, we're bros now. That is awesome. Uh oh, give me a sec. I'm childlike. It's in the zodiac for me to be a kid, so to speak. Truly awesome, bro. Also, I'm the opposite with dating. I'm 100% 20% me from day one. I try to be on my worst self when I'm getting to know someone. I'm the same way. Like when I was trying to date people, I basically told myself I don't try to be something I'm not. You and me, like yo, big same. If I'm being real, like one of the things that I always try my best. One of the few things I try my best. Like I always go by this logic. I would much rather like not get any and be as honest as possible with every lady than be a liar and get some all the time. I would much rather just be like, hey, I like that's one reason why I like I told that's the reason why I always tell the ladies in general like first of all I don't want kids, I don't want to get married, I'm broke as hell. I'm letting y'all know like the first date I'm letting you know from the get go. Here's all the dirty laundry, okay? I'm broke as hell. I'm mentally unstable. I don't want kids. I don't want to get married. I'm poly, and I'm still broke. My idea of a good time is going to the library or walking around the park. I eat a lot of food, but I also eat a lot of junk food. This is not going away anytime soon. And I'm a big fan of professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting them know like all the dirty laundry. It's like the way I see it is if they can if they can go through all of that and still see a pretty okay guy, she's a keeper. What is it with these? Why do I always get these randoms? Thank you. Yep, I don't want kids. I only want to be an aunt. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's one reason. Like the way I see it is that like the way I see it is that like if she can like accept the fact that I don't want kids and I don't want to get married and all those and I'm poly and all these other things. It's like if like once if you can accept me after all of that, we good. Welcome, welcome to this is who I am. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole thing is that like I know like I go in if I were like I went into the first date with my girlfriend in my brain just knowing that she wasn't going to give me a shot, right? Like she was going to just like tell me no, and because I told her all this stuff, and we've been together since. Like she knows that I'm broke. She knows that I don't want kids. She knows that I don't want like to get married. She knows all these things, and she's like, you know what? I can deal with that. And I'm like, because it's like I do have some good features too. You know what I'm saying? I do have some good qualities too. You just gotta sift through. You gotta sift through the heck to get through it. You know what I'm saying? I look like this all the time. By the way, I'm reading some stuff right now, so just bear with me. But I appreciate that. Thank you, because that's the whole concept. Is that like I don't want because I don't want a lady to. She probably wants her good friend, which most women want. Like honestly, that's what I want to be. I want to be I do want to be the lady's friend because I'm used to being the lady's friend. I'm used to being the friend. Like like I'm willing to be the friend that because like I also told her straight up, it's like going if I was going to be single any longer, I'm just gonna completely give up on women and just buy the robot and call it a life. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the whole thing. Like the whole thing was that like if I was going to be single, because I was single for a long time, and I basically like let her know like if I am single any longer, I'm buying the robot. That's it. Game over. Like I know my limits, and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get the robot, and yo, okay, so I said, okay, so like my the number went to 10 and then it went to 8 as soon as I brought up the robots. I want okay. I'm gonna see if the number is gonna get any smaller. I'm gonna buy me a Baybot 3000 with a kung fu grip, with a kung fu grip. Call it the shit. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's you gotta admit that's pretty funny. It's like I had 10 for just a second, and then two people just was like, "Oh no, he's talking about robots. I'm out." Oh my god, that is great. That is hilarious, dude. Wow. What was you going to spend 20G on a robot? Absolutely. Well, not 20G. Like maybe 5G. There are affordable prices and there are installation plans. I was going to do it. I had plans, dude. I had whole plans and everything like that. I wasn't about to get the way I see it is that like I can either because like I mean I will fund you. Wait, aren't you that dude who told me to just get a better job a couple of days ago? Go away. Um, but like yeah, that was a thing that was a but yeah, like I basically told her like I will not like but yeah, I told her straight up, I'm not trying to you know like if a woman doesn't want me, then I'm going to just go with the next best option. I'm not trying to, I don't want to get rejected all the time no more. I was wondering how you were going to afford the robot as well. I mean, yeah, installment plans, bro. Payment plans. I was gonna get a whole credit card and just make that into a thing. I was just gonna be like that was gonna be my mortgage from now on. I had a whole thing and I actually had that planned out because some robots are in fact very cheap. So they're not cheap, but they're not as expensive as you'd think. But yeah, but that was the plan actually. But like obviously, girlfriend came in and was like, "You ain't got to do all that," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." But yeah, that was the plan. I had a whole I did a little bit of research on it and stuff like that. I don't even know the robot that I'm interested in is like still even on sale anymore. But like, you know, the 5G robot is gonna fry your stuff. I mean, that's no different from that's no different from a human woman. At least in one instance. At least it's like, because somebody actually like said that, like somebody actually got upset with me about this once and was like, man, well, why would you even want to get the robot anyway? And the first thing I said was, I mean, like, it just seems like, okay, so I mean, it's either, let me see, get rejected a billion more times or have as much action as I want, whenever I want, however I want. I mean, tough choice, right? Tough choice. How, wow, whatever will I do? Oh no, should I just get rejected forever again and again and again, or be able to press a button? By the way, are you feeling a little better tonight? I've legit been worrying about you since yesterday. There were a few really dark vids you put out. It's good to see you in a better spirits. Oh, yeah, actually, you weren't here earlier, but the thing that was going on, the thing that happened to me, I overreacted about it. I actually, I can go back. I'm not fully kicked out yet, but yeah, it was, but yeah, I appreciate the concern, but everything's okay over here, and I appreciate it all the same. Yeah, I overreacted. That was definitely on me. But also, I do feel. But back to the robot thing, though. Like, there was a lady who actually got upset with me about that too, and I'm like, don't y'all be. It's like I always say, like, some women are a little bit confusing. I will say, like, my perspective when it comes to the lady folk is very confusing because I don't know women. I don't know what women like. I don't know what women want. I'm not the smartest person on the planet. I'm dumb, and women confuse me. So it's like, do you want? It's like, like, I know for a fact that women want me to leave them alone. Most women want me to leave them alone. To which, or at least that was my perspective back in the day when I was thinking about getting the robot. So I was like, like, I will leave you guys alone. I will get a robot and go on about the rest of my life. They would get so ticked, and I'm like, what are you mad for? It's like customizable, programmable. I know I'm making a big joke about this because, like, oh my god, but also quick heads up, one of my older videos that quote unquote went viral was me explaining how I used to be an incel. So that's why I feel like I can make jokes about this now, because it's like I like it's because it's not like I'm getting a robot because I hate women. It's just more along the lines of, it's like, going at some point is a physical need. But no, I clearly can't get the robot now. But like back then, I had a whole plan, bro. I was set up. I was ready. I'm not ashamed to talk about it now because, like, I mean, shoot, I'm not going to get it. Well, at least I can't get it right now. But also, I have no reason to get it. Me and my girlfriend love each other very much, which I'm still genuinely surprised that she does. At some point, I need to watch a reboot again. Since things are all right, I can admit now without feeling guilty that I was dying laughing at your pedestrian poetry. I was legit out of breath. It was funny. Yeah, I was actually trying to die that. Yeah, I was actually trying to die that night. I didn't though. I didn't. I mean, it was a dark video. It was. I mean, I was outside at night. Can't get any darker than that. But I'm good now though. I mean, clearly I didn't die from it. Sorry, I am. I'm reading up on reboot right now, and I am just. I'm looking up Master Fong, and I'm just like, wow, he's cool. 2025 will be a better year. I appreciate that. Manny, stop thinking negative. Be happy you have someone that care about you. I am. I am. I am. I'm very much reboot yes, reboot the '90s the CGI animated show that actually did try to make a comeback with a live action show, and apparently it didn't really stick. But and it's like, honestly, I feel like reboot. as a live action will probably do well now. Why is this here? Why? That's my leg, dude. Nope. I didn't see that. Um. But yeah, reboot the '90s CGI show. Yeah, I got a little carried away trying to read up on it. Good show. It was a great show. It's basically cells at work for computer stuff, and that show would do amazing today. Also, I'm not thinking negative. I'm thinking cautiously. There's a difference between thinking negative and thinking cautiously. When I think negative, I feel like there is no end in sight. When I think cautiously, I believe that I can prepare for the end in a positive way. But but also I just go off of what I was provided. I go with what I'm given, and what I'm given is uh dang. I don't know how to go about this. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a smart man. But yeah, it was definitely ahead of its time for sure. Ah, man. Shoot. But yeah, like I said, I kind of got really into the show, and it's like I didn't know Tony J voiced Megabyte, but like now that they say that, it's like what he did. Ah. Also, I'm genuinely surprised that there's some people who are following me who are like, you self-deprecate a lot. I don't see it. No clue what you're talking about. This has made everybody's life harder. It has. But I want to believe that things have actually kind of gotten better a little bit to some extent. I want to believe that it definitely kind of like sort of showed us what humanity can do when pushed against the brink. I think the weirdest thing that happened from that moment was when people just really, really, really like got all the toilet paper and you know, yeah, like the weirdest thing I remember. Do you know you have commercials during your lives? I do. They say so, and I never know when it happens. Like I wish there was a way that I could like find that out, but I didn't know. I don't be knowing. I don't know when they happen. I just know that they do happen. I think it's just because I'm monetized now, so it's like oh ads whatever. That's one reason why I do try my best to sort of like gap my speech a little bit, just so people don't miss anything. Is that why I keep on like is that why I keep losing like watchers? Honestly, I thought the Honestly, I thought the pretzel lockdown was awesome. I'm a homebody and a social though. Shoot, at least you got to get locked down, bro. I had to work the whole time. I'm still mad about that. Like I didn't get a chance to stay inside. I'm still mad about that. Shoot, I didn't get a chance to stay indoor. Sorry, I was listening and agreeing. What were you saying about the toilet paper? That's fair. Like I said, I'm mad about the lock-ins because me and my roommates we didn't get a chance to do that. We had to work. Like we were out there dealing with it. I died mad about that because I'm just sitting here because at the time I thought in order for us to get it we had to go outside. So I was always like because and I didn't have a car at the time, so I was actually like walking to work. Where were you working during the where were you working? I was working at a grocery store. Nah. I was during the pandemonium. I was in Georgia and I was working at a grocery store and like for the first month and a half that I was working there, it was all under lockdown rules. So I was just working in an empty store, just putting stuff up and fixing up on things and stuff like that. And we were like mostly like preparing deliveries and stuff like that. But then I made a mistake while I was in the groceries. I was initially doing stock work and then I accidentally dropped a whole gallon of water. I dropped like a couple gallons of water on the floor, and because of that, I had to go. I had to ultimately like go to the meat department where I just basically help the butchers, and that's when I started like this. Basically, I my job was mostly just mopping up blood the whole time. It was a stocking and mopping. That was it. We're in Georgia. I was in a city called Riverdale. That was a little away. That was a little ways from Atlanta. So I was like, if you go away from Atlanta, like I forget which direction, you end up in a city called Riverdale. I was like literally like I was in this little area, like not too. It was like Riverdale, Fayetteville, that area. But that's where I was at. I'm not there anymore. But yeah, I was there before, and and but that's where I was at during the. That was where I was at during the Panera bread. Yeah, that's where I was. Oddly enough, there was this TikTok series that took place apparently not too long from where I was at, not too far from where I was at. There was this lady who got viral on TikTok because she was like, "Who the f did I marry?" And she was just talking about how this dude just being just this awful guy. And apparently, all the stuff that was happening between them literally was like not too far from where I was living at the time. Yeah, I actually read about that the thing in Korea. Yeah, I heard about that. That was actually pretty wild. Honestly, I still have no clue what martial law means, but it's like if it means what I think it means, then then I honestly think that he was just a really broken character in Tekken. You twisting them up, getting some locks started. No, I'm not twisting them up. That's just a nervous habit that I do. This is a really weird thing that I do. I do not want to get locks. I don't want to get locks. And the big reason why I don't want to get locks is because um I don't want to because like in order for me to style it up in another way that I want to, I have to get it like unlocked and do stuff. But no, that's just a thing that I do when I'm stressed out. I never had my hair out this long before. So I'm just like I'm so used to just pulling it. I think military completely takes over. I'll check the definition. Honestly, when I hear the words martial law, I think about the his backflip kick in Tekken and like how that dude was good. I ain't gonna lie. Like him and his son, Marshall and Forrest, tough kids, man. I ain't gonna lie. I remember like thinking that you had to like. I remember thinking that his backflip kick was like a multi-input thing that you had to do, but instead all you had to do was just like press the two kick buttons on the arcade game. You had to press like I think it was either medium and heavy kick or the light and quick kick. But you tap those two, and he would do the backflip kick. But we all laughing at. I don't get it. No, well. Sorry, I just had to check this. I did not know the you're gonna lose the girls talking about video games. That's fine. That's fine, bro. Like, how's about like earlier in this chat? Like the earlier in this live, the majority of the chat was all women. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I'm genuinely surprised that they like all showed up. All the ladies in the chat say, "Hey yo." I said, "Boom, boom, boom." Ladies in the chat say, "Hey yo." Boom, boom, boom. Ladies in the chat go, "Hey yo." You know what? You might have a point there, Megas. You might have a point. But yeah, like little dabbing emoji. I like that. It's cute. Boom, boom, boom. Ladies in the chat say, "Ayo." Pretty lady, they're so nice. Something, something all the time. Do not know the rest of the song. But yeah, though that's where I was at like during the Panera Bread. I was there and I was then as like then I ended up. So where's the train? So what's the train schedule then? I was like, honestly, it's gonna be like I'm trying to go every Monday. I'm trying to go like every Monday and probably like I'm trying to go like every Monday and Tuesday since those are my off days. The thing about, but I do intend on going like every Monday for sure because those are the beginner classes, and I kind of do have to like I gotta go through all of it again. So I gotta go through the beginner classes, get myself up there, get myself up the ladder, so to speak. And the goal is to ultimately just kind of like get. The goal is yeah, like Monday and Tuesday for sure, but Monday for sure because beginner classes and also the classes go into the night. So like, they probably might like I probably might be leaving at like 11. And I still actually want to go live with you guys. So I probably might go Monday, maybe Wednesday, and I'm gonna try to go for Friday as well. But yeah. But Monday for sure. Monday is definitely the day where it's like probably because that's the day I'm trying to like get that taken care of. I'll, if anything, I'll just post up the schedule on the community membership thing when I get done. Like whenever I like figure out a specific term. But Monday is definitely the day for sure. Mm. I think I did. I think I did run the women out, but I'm really glad that for the ladies that did stick around, I'm very thankful. Oh boy, I'm looking at my work schedule right now, and it's gonna be a ball stomper for sure. Nope. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Shout out to the 9 people that are in here right now. I'm pretty sure at least, um, like, who are y'all? Say stuff. Show yourselves. Reveal yourselves. That sounds like a weird thing to say, but hey, I mean, we're all, I feel like we all can like talk to each other here. We can all interact with each other here. We're not scared of each other, right? It's one big happy family. This is a community. What the heck? Everybody accept that. Oh my god. I was really about to say everybody except that person. Remember to trim those nails before you hit the mat. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I do intend on. Yeah, that's the plan. Because I don't want to claw anybody's eyes out either. Dang, 12 people? 12 people watching right now? There's 12 people in here right now? Show yourselves. Reveal yourselves to me. I don't like right wingers. Have you heard of Fest Wrestling in Florida? I got invited to the show. Going to go. That's a new one. I don't think I've ever heard of that one before, but I hope that you do go, and I hope that you have a nice time. I mean, if you're into wrestling, I definitely recommend going to any wrestling show because there's an energy at wrestling shows that you just. First of all, if you've never been to a wrestling show before, it's going to be loud. It's going to get really, really, really loud. It's going to be, especially if it's a show that has like a loyal audience and people and drinking is available. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like hooting and hollering. So good luck trying to get a word in edgewise. But I never heard of it. I don't know who's. I don't know. Matter of fact, while I'm saying that, I could check that out, huh? Show yourselves, other people. 12 people over here just lurking. Yeah, I know y'all wrong for that. I'm not important enough to lurk, y'all. Okay, so I'm looking up Fest Wrestling. Is it in Gainesville? Oh, hello. Is that Savannah Evans? She looks amazing. Oh, that's dope. Awesome. I might have been wrong when I said get another job. That's not how I threw my. Ah. Hey, quick heads up: being tone deaf about certain situations is not how you get friends. You can't just be like, "Hey, I went through. Hey, this thing that worked for me is also going to work for you." You can't just do that. That's ridiculous. We're all different people, different contexts, different situations. So, just try not to do that anymore. Apparently, it wasn't active for a while, but it's up and running again. That actually happens with a lot of wrestling companies, by the way. Um, I'm checking it out right now. I'm guessing that there's an event that's happening next year. That's that's quite a ways away. I hope that you actually do have a nice time there, though. I'm going to try to look at this next event. Oh, they have a YouTube channel. Let's go. We are about to check this. I'm about to check this out right now. They seem to really appreciate. They seem to really appreciate Savannah Evans, which is dope. Savannah Evans. I thought it was solid advice, but my apology. That's fair. Just get a better job is never a solid advice, especially when it's impossible to just get a job. Okay, like I'm still going to give you crap because of that. Just know, but like I accept your. Just know that I accept your apology, but that still pissed me off. So I'm still going to be a little hostile to you about it. But if you can handle it, uh, but yeah, like think about like most local wrestling companies is that they take a break for a little while because of certain things, and then they just kind of get back to the swing of things. But also, like they have a oh, this is nice actually. Oh my god, I'm loving this. Shoot, if I had the money, I'd go to this. This is nice. Hell yeah. They look like they got some stuff going on here. Let's go. I'm liking this. Oh, man, watching wrestling just makes me want to do it, bro. God, I watch this stuff and I'm just like, yeah, I could totally. Whoo, man. Sorry, I'm not even looking at the live right now. I'm just like looking at this video that they got. It's spectacular. Um, okay. Just once again, I'll definitely. I might have to. Yeah, like this company is looking amazing. Like I would definitely, like I say, if you're a fan of wrestling, I definitely recommend you go. Yeah, the whole two jobs thing. Quick reminder: I still have to get hired, bro. Like I can't just walk into a building and just say I work here now. Really wish that people would actually pay attention when I say that in my videos. I say that all the time. But I do appreciate that. That's definitely a cool idea because man, I'm watching this stuff right now and this is amazing. I'm loving this. I also it's crazy. Holy crap! There's intergender wrestling too. Hell yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, intergender wrestling. Let's go. Intergender wrestling, by the way, is obviously men wrestling women, and the there's so many possibilities that you can have in matches like that because intergender wrestling it can be funny, it can be serious, it could be violent, it could be like not so violent. There's a lot of things. It could be technical. It could be like yeah, that's awesome. I hope I hope you have a good time. Like that's content right there. You could be like, so I went to this wrestling show and oh, I got 9 minutes left. Okay. All right. The closer is going to be coming pretty soon. Obviously, as y'all obviously know for a fact, there are there's a every stream that I have is 2 hours. What do you like most about wrestling as a passion? Eh, for the most part, well, that's a hard question actually. The biggest thing that I like the most about wrestling is that like I grew up with it. You know what I'm saying? I watched it when I was a kid in bits and pieces. I knew nothing about it, but I knew it kind of had an effect on my life. Well, have a nice night, Miss Barrett. It's always good to have you on. I really appreciate it. Love, peace, and happiness to you. And also, please go live soon. I like I feel like the world is ready to see your face now. Also, good night to you too, Miss Lala Danielle. Have a nice night. Love, peace, and happiness to you too. But yeah, to answer your question about my passion for wrestling, like I said, I grew up with it, and I think the thing that really kind of got me into it was the fact that I could do the moves. That was what really kind of like got me a little bit. It was the fact that I could also do the stuff. I remember I saw a random clip on a trailer for WCW, and it was Rey Mysterio giving somebody a head scissors takedown, and I just thought that was the coolest move on the planet. And then and then at random I tried to do it to my cousin, who was much taller than me at the time. No, he's still taller than me. I'm the shortest cousin. Am I the shortest cousin? I think I'm the shortest cousin. Yeah. But I ended up trying to give him a head scissors. And at the time I was just like, wait, I could do this. I could do that thing that I saw, that cool thing that I did on TV. I could do that. And that was the moment that made me realize, oh snap, I could do more than just watch wrestling. I could actually do this stuff. I could actually be like the people I see on television. And that was the moment that made me think to myself, yeah, the athleticism of it all. It was less. It became more of a fascination when I realized that I was capable of doing the same thing that they could do. I started watching the stuff and started paying attention to how they did it, and I realized that I could also do it as well. Like there was a time when I was a kid, I was running around in the backyard in my backyard, and I literally got clotheslined by a clothesline, and I fell down immediately. But I fell down with like I couldn't put my hand down. I didn't instinctively put my hand down. I literally like braced for it and landed back first onto the ground, and it knocked the wind out of me for a moment. But I remember like learning about what an okimi was in this dictionary that I was reading, And I was like, did I just do an ukemi? So I saw ukemi, and then I started seeing how wrestlers fell down, and I'm like, I can do that. Like wrestling became my biggest fascination because I just found myself watching it and realizing I can do that. I can do that too. I can also do that thing. I can do all this stuff, and that was what made me interested and wanted to be a part of it. Yeah, just like martial arts, absolutely. Now the difference is that like it just became a fascination because it was like I could, yeah, and that's it became a passion for me because the more I started watching it, the more I started realizing I could do it. The more stuff in there started to make sense to me even before I got in. And it's like, oh, they're going to do this because of this, or this is going to happen because of this, or oh, okay, so when they do this, this is a thing. Like I knew what an international was before I knew what an international was, and I can't tell you what an international is because it won't make sense if I say it right now. But yeah, so that's where it became a fascination. It went from an interest to holy crap, I can do this stuff too, to I should do this stuff also as well. That's how I went. And I'm to this day still glad about it. But ah, yeah, we had fun today, guys. Yeah, it is. It is good to have a passion. We had fun today, guys. I found myself feeling better about talking to all of you. We had girls' night out for about an hour. We got a chance to reintroduce everybody to truants. Miss Ashley Barrett is definitely the MVP so far. She's stuck around. Everybody, I ended up getting I had to chastise someone and I had to champion someone. In the process, I'm very glad to have y'all here. I'm very glad that we got a chance to have this moment together, and you guys definitely make this. You guys definitely make this happen for me. Like this is more for y'all than me. You know what I'm saying? I like doing this stuff as long as you guys like being here and just sort of hanging out with me, and I'm very appreciative of it. In the meantime, though, I do feel like I would like to see you guys more. I would like to see you guys go live and see you guys do things. I want to see y'all. Speaking of which, I am overdue to subscribe to Miss Ashley, the other one. But I always say I think everybody's story is. I feel like everybody's story is relevant. Like I'm just loud enough to tell mine, but I am very much more interested in yours. So if you guys ever decide that you want to go live or make your own videos or whatever, let me know. I'll watch them. I'll subscribe to you. I'll let the whole world know who you are, or rather, the bit of the world that knows who I am. I do appreciate you guys for showing up yet again. I'm happy that y'all are here, and I'm all about I'm all about like having you guys around. I do this mostly because I'm just glad to see y'all. Y'all definitely made me feel better when I was in an extremely dark place, and I'm happy for that. So thank y'all. In the meantime, though, remember love and peace. I did those backwards, I know, but love, peace, happiness, safety, shelter. Being mean is mainstream, but being kind is punk rock. So always be punk rock, especially these this next year going forward. We're about to go on the most hardest punk rock concert of our lives. Love it, and good night, y'all. Well, good night, Emperor Megas. And remember, if you can't provide somebody with love and peace, just leave them alone. We're all going through something. Um, and happy holidays to everyone. I hope y'all Christmas or Kwanzaa or I think Rosh Hashanah. I'm not sure. I don't know Hanukkah and everything else to everyone else. I seriously hope the happy winter solstice to everyone out there. And I just really hope that y'all have a really nice time. And until next time, right? In the meantime, though, just know once again, love, peace, happiness, compassion, sharing, and tell somebody to look nice, or whatever. Happy holidays, though. I'm out.